Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So, it is almost cycle 600, which I think is a new record for me. Um, I have just about got this room as done as it's getting. I've been putting diamond temp shift plates up, but I've run out of diamond, so this is as far as I'm going to make it on it. So I'm getting ready to seal that off there. I have also added in this secondary cooling loop, because obviously I don't have the steam set up yet to accept the heat. So what I have here is a thermosensor made out of steel so it doesn't melt, set to about 400 degrees. If it goes above 400 degrees in here, it will start this loop, which will then cool stuff from this room here, where I've set up a Wheezewort in addition to the anti-entropy thermonullifier, and it has gotten down to the vicinity of 100 degrees in here so far, which is much cooler than what we're asking. And it has been continuing to go down. So that's good. I think basically having a lot of this stuff shielded from the regolith and such has been helping. Even the temperature of the airlock here has been going down. So that all is good. I think it's not necessarily exposure to space that heats things up, but the regolith comes in super hot. So when it touches things, it heats it up like really bad. Like all that, look at all that. Everything it's touching is super hot. So, I rebuilt this guy out of steel. I don't know if I showed this off last time. I can't remember exactly when I did this. I think I did this between episodes, though. Um, I rebuilt this out of steel, shifted it back one so that it's completely covered by this. I finished off some mesh tile above it. Apparently ladders don't, count against it either, so these are here. These are all set so that the auto repair is turned off. So, because these can still get hit, I've got a few additional bunker tires below just to protect the things down here from getting hit, and I have started in on this area here. Uh, Obviously I'm going to go taller and put some blast doors over top, but this is a start for it. I think I'm thinking of putting a regular door here once I get a little bit more, other tiles and such in the way. All of these ladders will end up getting blasted away when I launch my first rocket, but that's fine. I don't really care too much about that. Um, Obviously this thing still needs to be repaired. It's gone down low enough in temperature. Oh no, it hasn't. I guess it's back to overheating again, because it has been containing super hot carbon dioxide. All of the stuff that was in this pipe here, I shunted into the storage before I hooked this loop up and disconnected that. So it is almost full. But it was all really hot from having passed through here, so that started to cause damage. I really should have made that out of steel, and I might still do so. It depends on how much CO2 I can get in the loop. So these guys are made out of steel, as you remember. Their overheat temperature is a little over 500 degrees, which is why I've set this to 400. I'm hoping that I can keep this room above 212, but below 400, so that this stuff can all remain, you know, not overheating, but it is more than hot enough to make sure that any steam that gets passed through gets superheated before it makes it all the way over to the rocket. And obviously, once I tap into the steam geyser, I'm going to need a way to get the steam up here. Well, if you look, oh, that's the wrong one. I have basically left this tube here as an out, but I'm going to have to get it here. So I'm probably going to have to do some, you know, nonsense to get it like up here. But I'll probably end up just replacing this tube that goes all the way down here, up to here with insulated, and then drop rest down so that we can get our steam from the steam geyser. It'll all have to be insulated though, because we don't want any of that, altering temperature before we get up into this room. But before that, we have our secondary cooling loop, so we can actually kick this off. And once that's closed, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'll close that, I'll repair this, we will see if this basically helps. Um, Now, theoretically, once this gets cool enough, like if we can cool off this room with this system, once it gets cool enough, this shouldn't break anymore, theoretically. I might let it run another cycle just to get cool again, because it had been to the point where it wasn't overheating anymore, and now it started again. So I want to get it to the point where it's no longer showing as overheating before I start it. But anyway, let's get the cycles running because I've been talking for 5 minutes, basically just catching everybody up on what I've been doing. There is still quite a bit of steel I have, enough for another 14 tiles. So I will definitely be uh, continuing this build uh, as I go. Obviously, I'm not going to do it quite yet. I'm a little interested to see if this works. Yeah, you're still listing as overheating. What is your temperature? Why is your temperature fluctuating around there? All right, it's going back down again, it looks like. It's just not going down quickly. See, the carbon dioxide is almost down to the same temperature now. It's like a little under 300 instead of the little under 200. But it was like up over 2,000 degrees when this problem started, so it has cooled off rapidly in here. It definitely means that this is going to get it nice and cool before it passes through here the first time. Now, after that, who knows? Okay, this is all set up. So theoretically, all I have to do to kick this system off is repair this. So I'm going to wait a little bit, let that do that. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. Also, what are we going to need for rocketry? So we need 2,000 steel for the steam engine, which is just terrible. We're going to need another 200 for a gantry. Oop, and I accidentally clicked off that. Oop, who is Scald? Oh, you're all the way down here, aren't you? Oh, right, right. Right, get out of there. Yeah, I've been trying to work my way down here because I want some more of these fossils because that's what's been giving me more steel, but I'm kind of holding off on it at the moment. Um, Mostly because I was doing some other things. I really want to get that research going, but it's a problem, you know? You're emitting... Okay, you're weird. I don't know why it's not showing the things like it normally does. Maybe it's just a bug. Oh, I should turn this guy on. Enable building. Yeah, priority 8 sounds good. Because there's a little bit of this natural gas that's collected down here again, so we'll turn back on our system to filter it out. And hopefully that'll get it all nice and back stuffed. No, yep, yep. Come on. Hmm. Well, that doesn't seem to be working quite as well now that I've got this area nice and populated. All right, let's go ahead and tell that to disable. Now, they'll not do that till morning because they went on to break. But hey, cycle 600. That's like a record. Oh, I moved this guy down so I could get access to the water again and such. Um, it's been issues, but we're going to tap into our steam geyser soon. I've also been kind of slowly inching this stuff back. I want to do something. I'm not sure what, but I want to do something. I'm thinking I'm thinking I want to clear this area out of chlorine and put something here. Um, because I've got this set up. I'm going to expand our ranch again, but this time this area is going to be for the sage hatches. So that is a plan. In fact, let's go ahead. We'll just set it as priority 7, not the priority 8 of other things, and we'll tell them go ahead dig that out. We'll start getting that ready. What do we got here? What are you set to? You should be like a super high priority. Yeah, we got a bunch of polluted oxygen in here again because they've still been storing any slime they come across in the storage compactor in here. So, puffs, you know, they're a little difficult to, keep unless you have a polluted uh, oxygen geyser, which I have not found one yet. Doesn't mean there isn't one on the map, but I haven't found it yet. And even then, I'll probably want to just put the puffs over there, unless it's like super, super duper hot. All right, so they're starting to dig this out. Get all these guys dug. All this stuff built. Excellent. How are we doing over here? Oh, hey, let's check on this guy too. Yeah, he's got another 28 cycles before you're dormant again. I've been running into a little bit of a problem when this guy goes dormant. About the last, like, 14, 15 cycles or so, I run out of natural gas and start... What are you doing, Stinky? Get off of there. You don't need to do that. I have you set ridiculously low. Yeah, the priority is high, but this stuff should be kicking on well before that. Yeah, active at 15%. I got this set to be active at 0.1%. They shouldn't be running on this. This stuff should kick on and fix that long before. Oh, I added a couple extra tiny batteries here because they hold the same amount of charge as these smart batteries, but take up half the space. What do we got? Carbon, you're still overheating. Stop overheating. Alright, you're getting there. Maybe another cycle or so. And then that will hopefully be ready. This is still really hot over here. This is cooling down quite a bit. This guy's about 110. The spot I've been checking is, well, occasionally dipping under 100 degrees. So that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Hopefully we get this down to something silly cold, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It might happen before this whole thing kicks on. Oh, and let's take a look at that real quick. I've got this primed with a bit of hydrogen, and then I shut off this extra valve, but I can let more hydrogen in if the need arises. So my hope is that it'll come through here, hit the radiant pipe, absorb a whole bunch of heat, head back out, hit the radiant pipe and the temp shift plates here, dump all that heat and get cold again, and then cycle back through, repeating the cycle until it's below 400 degrees here, at which point this thing will shut back off. Oh yeah, this guy's all steel up until it passes through the insulated tile, at which point I started using the copper again. So nothing in here should melt. Everything that is metal in here is steel or wolframite, which, as we can see, that stuff doesn't melt in here, so it shouldn't melt in here. That's the plan, at least. Let's see if our cooling loop works, at least soon here. I may have to replace or remove this thing. I'm wondering how well that's going to work. You're still overheating. Is something touching you that wasn't before? I mean, there's this regolith here. Let's tell that to get swept. There's a lot of that. There's that regolith there, but that is actually cooler than that is. The abyssalite, of course, isn't going to have a whole lot of temperature. The algae is really warm? Huh. Alright, sweep that as well, please. Now, setting that stuff to sweep is going to cause a little bit of problems if they don't get it done quick. What are you doing? Alright, get off of there. Why are you not... Oh, I think I see what it is these little guys are not getting enough power because they came in while these were partially charged. Okay. So I think what we're going to have to do is either let things get fully charged or fully discharged. Oh, no, actually, look. I guess they don't hold as much power as the smart batteries. Alright. But the smart batteries hold less than the large batteries. So that's an annoying thing where they must hold a different amount. Let's see. There is not a thing here saying how much they have. They can hold, only how much they are holding. Did something change here? I don't think I have any large batteries left, do I? Because I think the last one... Oh, no, wait a minute. I have one here. Yeah, see, the regular, like, large-size battery holds, like, not quite twice as much as the smart battery, but the smart battery holds more than the tiny battery. So that's annoying. That means I pretty much have to use smart batteries in the system, all the way if I want it to not do the weird things. I mean, I suppose I could use the full-size batteries, but at that point, I'm using a more limited resource for using the same amount of space. Here, at least, I was using the slightly more limited resource to use up less space. Oh well, we'll figure something out. How's our system here doing? Yeah, this is still not quite keeping up with things, which which is annoying me. Hmm. I mean, mostly I think it's because of the incubator, but you have 3 critters and 1 incubating. How are our hatches here? Age 88, 64, 45, 84. Alright, you guys don't need eggs just yet. When you get into your 90s, I will start worrying about that. Let's see, we want a unit of you. There's no units of you hanging around. Okay. Alright, so this here is about ready for stuff. Do we want to sweep this stuff up? Kind of. Yeah, let's go ahead and say sweep this up. Just priority 7. We'll get that swept. We'll get a couple of things built here, like the deodorizer made of sandstone. We'll just pop you like underneath of that. We need is it food? Is it under food? Yeah, it's under food. We'll get a critter drop-off built, like right there. We need a critter feeder built, like the other side of the thing. And we'll ultimately need one of those ranching stations, grooming station, whatever it's called. We'll pop it there. Each one of these rooms is set up differently, by the by. Those are all priority 7. Those will get done. And we'll set this up for sage hatchlings. Or sage hatches. Now, I've actually looked, and apparently I don't have nearly as much fertilizer as I thought I did, because this makes dirt now, not fertilizer. I mean, it's been that way for a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to get this area here cleared out of chlorine, and I want to set up a fertilizer producer that will then also dump out what's it called? Natural gas into this system, so that this system is a little bit better fueled. That's the plan, at least. Oh, good, they're building all this. But we can get our sage hatchlings on the go here fairly shortly. Sage hatchling, incubate. And you are going to take... I don't have sage hatches on here yet because I don't have any yet. Got it. Let's check our other stone hatches here. You are 25. You are 16. You are 37. Alright, you're all good because this is our new little guy who's age 0. So we don't need that stone hatch egg. Boop. Oh, apparently there were 2 of them. And I thought, I guess, because I thought I had 3 of those sage hatch eggs, but I guess oh, the viability was going down over time. Okay, so I must have lost 2 of them. Got it. Does that mean what are you storing at the moment? You are only storing lice loaf at the moment. That's okay. The sage hatch usually has a good chance of producing more sage hatches, so we'll just use its first couple of eggs for itself. Sage hatch. I would like you to hold... I thought I saw it here. Fertilizer. There we go. Now, I don't actually have enough to fill it, but seeing as I'm going to start with one of these guys, it's not going to be a big deal. Alright, so I actually reduced the amount that is storing. This will only hold 10 kilograms of lice loaf. So these guys are eating lice loaf these days. A lot like some of my duplicates, because I expanded the farm, if you see. I don't know if I did that last time or if I did that between episodes. That's the problem with having run a bunch of cycles between episodes, is I don't remember always exactly what I had been doing before I started doing stuff between episodes. So you'll have to forgive me on that. Let's see. I needed to check this guy again. Well, you're no longer showing as overheating. You're showing as 159.5 degrees. Shall we turn you on? All right, let's enable the auto repair. Set it to a fairly high priority, and then we'll turn the priority back down. And what I think I'll do is I will go ahead, let this run. I will turn the auto repair back off once it is fixed. If it breaks again, I'll replace it and just deal with whatever gas spillover there is. All right, you are doing that. You're done. We'll disable the auto repair. You are not getting repaired anymore. Our loop has started. Now there's a little bit of gas in here that isn't CO2, but that's fine. All right, let's see how we're doing. All right, okay, it is. Ooh, this does not seem to be cooling it down enough, because it's going in at up like 244, and it's only coming out at 167. All right, well, let's see how we do. All right, you're now doing this. You are set to temperatures above. There we go. What is this stuff coming out? That's coming out at this, like 3,000 degrees again. All right. And there we go. That stuff is now cooling looping. You're coming out at super high temperature. Ooh, I saw a little bit there that was, oh man, this is going up. It might just be because this is being very difficult to... Yep, there's our overheat damage. So when this breaks again, I'll replace it, because that'll stop the loop, but everything that is in there will stay in there, minus the stuff that is in the reservoir. So let's see how this is doing. I mean, it's bringing the temperature down, just not as well as I might like. Hmm. Yeah. How are you doing? You're being the temperature. That's a thing. Because, I mean, the basic plan here is get this area cooled back down so I can access it and fix things. That's the plan. Yeah, this is... wow. Alright, well, we're going to let this run a little bit. I mean, I know I'm just kind of staring at it, but it's kind of important. Alright, yep, you're slowly going up. We'll just check on that again in a little bit. Let's go ahead and start in on this a little bit. So we need to go up higher, but I kind of want to put a door in. Conversely, I also would fairly like to do a couple of additional things. Let's get our igneous rock out here. How tall do we want to make this? I mean, keeping in mind our limited resources, I think I'm going to go about that tall, at least to start. Yeah, we'll do that. That looks good. Let's go ahead and get a few more bunker tiles. So I'm going to start there because I would like to put a regular door in. And just hope it doesn't get hit. There. Alright. Alright, that's what I've got the steel for at the moment, which is actually a good chunk of the way there. You know, all things considered. That's not all that terrible. These guys I just have as that, hopefully, because I'm planning on extending this way further eventually, and at the moment all this regolith should protect it from direct strikes. So, we'll get to that. And this stuff is all going to get worked on. Let's see how our cooling loop is doing. You're still slowly overheating. Are you even cooling this enough? This is not cooling it much at all. I thought this was going to do more. How's this room? It's going up in temperature, but not like, oh my god, going up in temperature. Alright, obviously I don't understand the proper way to cool things. Because I'm doing all the stuff that should be cooling things and it doesn't appear to be. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, as soon as this breaks, we'll get in there, we'll deconstruct it. It will let out, all of this superheated gas. That might actually be a problem, but yikes. Alright, we'll deal with it. We will deal with it, or however it manages to end up. How are we doing here? I don't see any of that. Okay, good. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you're about to overheat. I just realized I could vent it directly into space because I still have most of that set up here. Maybe. Yeah, let's say disable building. I have a plan. Yeah, see, it's broken. I'm going to waste a little bit more resources fixing it again, but not until it's disabled. All right. Oh, no, wait. No, hang on. I can't do it that way because all that does is store it. Darn. Because all it's doing right now is storing it. Dang it, this is not working out how I wanted it to. Alright, I'm going to have to reprime the system, which means I need to enable the auto repair. Alright. New plan. Yeah, look at how hot this is. I think it's actually like being cooled more by sitting in this gas reservoir than it was going through there. That's just annoying. Oops, scalding. Alright. Is there a way I can be like, hey, upgrade this to a new material? Because that would be pretty awesome. I don't think there is. But if I were to, oh, I can't, don't even have enough steel to do it at the moment, so yeah, I can't change its material without deconstructing it, it looks like, which is as I expected, but still moderately annoying. But let's see, we are still below the 400 threshold I set, so things could be worse. Oh, we're starting to get bombarded here. It's alright, though. Nothing other than our protection over here is going to suffer for it. Speaking of, we need to replace one of these tiles, it looks like. Oh, a couple of these tiles, actually. Because they weren't getting over there to repair them in time. Oh yeah, I set up this here because every time my duplicates went up here to repair stuff, they were scalding. And I figured since I was putting a heat room in here as well, it would be a good idea to set up an exosuit rack here so that if I had to access this again or when I have to go up here, if it's not cool enough, then I'll be able to, not have them scald. Oh, you're still doing that. All right. What are we going to do? We're going to... Alright, I know. I know what we're going to do. We're going to say our vent out deconstruct at a high priority. No. Cancel that. Our vent in. So we'll do that one there. Yeah, that one there. All right, deconstruct at a high priority. Go do that, please. Why is there a gap? I don't know why there's a gap, but okay, well, there's going to be a gap forever. All right. Now that that is done, let us... I think we can do that. And this will all stay. Yeah, all right. So I'm just going to put in a regular old gas pipe. Well, no, let's put in the insulated. Do it slightly right. Put that in. And that should vent there. Actually, let's go ahead and... This pipe here, deconstruct at a high priority. Just to be sure. Alright, and then we're going to need... Oop, let's get out of this. We are going to need to dig that stuff, which apparently is not accessible. Why is this all not accessible? Oh, because there's a large amount of regolith there for some reason. Alright, and we're also going to need to dig that vent out. Alright. Good, good, good. Everything's looking alright. Yeah, okay. Now we're just going to need to adjust the priorities because I was dumb and only set it to 5. There we go. Alright, go, go, go. Go do the things. Come on. Do the thing. I don't want to have to set the priority even higher. Oh, you know what? I probably also... No, that's a 7. Okay. That one's fine. Is somebody going to come dig this stuff? Do I have to set it higher? Come on, guys. You can do this. Alright, I've run over time here again. This is, I suppose, what happens when I get distracted by this stuff. And, of course, I think Stinky was going to go do it, and now he's off. Alright, well, let's pause up. Well, let's let it run into the night cycle at least. So what I'm going to do is, in between episodes, I'll vent this out, see if I can't fix this a little bit somehow. And take it from there, really. Yeah, I'm just not sure what I am doing wrong. Because look at this. This is still ridiculously hot. I mean, maybe it just needs time to work. I'm hoping that that's all it is. I'll let it run a little bit once I fix this problem. But that's really all I can think of. We'll let it run a bit in between episodes here, see if it works out. If not, I guess I need to try and come up with another solution. But that won't be till next time. So, until next time, have a good one.